Hi guys, another update on the Irma situation. Before I get into it, I just wanted to mention the hydrogen bomb test that North Korea did this morning at 3:30, I think 3:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It was felt for up to 1,000 miles away, I believe. And I think they're saying this is the 6th nuclear detonation that North Korea has done successfully. I think there's been 8 or 9 ballistic missile tests, maybe 10 now. Haven't been paying attention, but this is something to be worried about because right now our nation is hurting a little bit from stuff going on down in Texas and Louisiana and Mississippi, and have this Irma hurricane on the way, and there's Lydia that's off in the Pacific, and just things are bad. And we have this North Korea testing bombs. It's not good. I mean, if they were to send something over, during the next hurricane that's hitting our coast, it could be 10 times as worse. I mean, we wouldn't be able to do anything about it. And I believe the area was Songje-Bagan, 22 kilometers east-northeast of Songje-Bagan. Where you see 1,000 miles away it was felt. It registered as a 6.3 on the Richter scale. If you scroll down, you can see that it was at 0 kilometers as a depth. It means it was on the surface. But back to Irma. Irma has continued to intensify. It is now moving south or west-southwest, I believe at 10-15 miles per hour. And on here, in this is the visible radar, or the visible satellite imagery. You cannot see most of what's going on in this other cyclone right here in front of Irma. You can only really see the density of it and the water vapor loop. This is not the water vapor loop, it's the visible light spectrum. So this is just satellite images taken and spliced together to make a 25 or 30 minute loop. But you can still definitely see the definition of Irma, and it is getting closer day by day. But if you go back to the water vapor loop, you can see more definition in this cyclone in front of Irma. And if you ask me, it looks like the winds in that cyclone are even faster than the winds in Irma. But there's no data on it yet because they're not saying it's a tropical storm or anything. It's not listed. I don't know why. And this one back here to the right, the upper right, that's not listed yet, but that has some serious rotation. I mean, it hasn't picked up a lot of water vapor yet, but it could possibly. It's bringing down the moisture from the north from those other storms. But every day this thing in the middle grows stronger, faster, more defined. And that's what's going to be hitting all the US before Irma even hits. And that's something to watch out for. I don't know why they haven't classified it as anything yet. I don't know if it's a threat or not, but that's something to look at. This is the updated forecast from 11 o'clock this morning. As you can see, they keep pushing it further southwest, or west-southwest. Tonight they're expected to update the forecast for the warnings and watches for some of these islands that it's start to reach here. The wind speed is maintained at 100 knots for the advisory, which is close to a consensus of the various object and the subjective satellite intensity estimates. First reconnaissance mission, the NOAA P-3 Hurricane aircraft is scheduled to deport Barbados for a tail Doppler radar mission into Irma late this afternoon and should provide additional information on Irma's intensity by this evening. Strong pressure ridge is over the Atlantic is steering Irma west-southwestward. This general motion with some reduction in forward speed is expected during the next week or day or so. After the time, Irma is forecast to move southwest and then northwest in about 72 hours. Irma is forecast to move over slightly warmer SSTs and into a moistening mid-level environment. These conditions, along with the favorable upper-level wind pattern, should allow for gradual strengthening during the next 2 to 3 days. However, eye-wall replacement cycles could result in fluctuations in intensity during the next several days. Irma is expected to be a major hurricane when it moves near or over the northeastern Leeward Islands by the middle of this week and could cause dangerous wind, storm surge, and rainfall impacts, along with rough surge and rip currents on some islands. Direct impacts from Irma are also possible in the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico later this week, and tropical storm or hurricane watches could be issued for these islands tomorrow. Residents in these areas should monitor the progress of Irma and listen to advice given by officials. The possibility of direct impacts from Irma in Hispaniola and Turks and Caicos and Bahamas later this week is increasing. Here's the forecast positions and max winds. The next 120 hours it's expected to start moving back northwest, west-northwest. This is just the 48-hour outlook. It's still a Category 3 at the moment. Next advisory will be at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe and click the bell, and I'll be back later.